So in the story of the Street Fighter, Chibi Sonny, or whatever his name is, comes down with his friend, the Jewish Chinese person, which is very epic and rare. And he has to go save his friend, who is a woman, who he falls in love with. And they take her away from him, and they put her on this barge. That's the very last thing that we see. So he's got to go through a whole bunch of fighting, which is not all on the street, despite the name of the movie. But it's like, ha ha! And there's a lot of breathing involved, and a lot of teeth falling out. We might have to go see that out. But, anyways, he comes in contact with the Red Dragon leader, who is a red belt, higher than a black belt fighter. And he's not capable of fighting this fat man, because he's far too good. The fat man didn't even have to look at him to fight. He was fighting, walking away from him. It was good. So, what ended up happening is that, Sonny, Turret is his name, right? Went after their leader of the Yakuza, who happened to be some American dude. And they fought, and oh god, there was this great scene in front of a little mud puddle where he just like comes down and he punches the guy in the head and the screen turns black and there's like a picture of a skull getting punched. And he squirts blood like 20 feet in front of him. It's just great. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life. Because Sonny is just too great. And that's how good of a Street Fighter he is. And he's in those little Jewish Chinese throwers in the car just crying in a way. And so now we're at the river now because that's where they ended up. I don't know how. But there's the girl who was wearing in her Camptown Races uniform. She's about to ride horses. She plays Russian roulette with him. She loses. But in the meantime, the little boy, who happens to be like a 50-year-old man, ends up being put away because Sonny doesn't want to see him anymore. He doesn't want to endanger his friend, so it's a really tearjerker scene. And so he's about to get on the barge, and there's this blind vampire-looking dude who's like an old man who can't see. He always has to sheath his sword whenever he doesn't want to use it. So he'll slash you, but then he'll cheat it away. And I guess that's just because that's how cool he is. But Sonny is losing to this guy, and who comes on a motorcycle in his little helmet? Jewish Chinese man, his little best friend, comes to save him, but doesn't exactly save him because he dies. So it's another tearjerker scene, and he picks his nose to see if he's dead, and it's just really sad because the next scene just happens to be a thunderous storm in the barge where the princess is at, where he's going to save her. He fights through like maybe 26 different people, unscathed, even people with the gun. He takes out his nail filers, flings them like it's no one's business, gets them right in their eyes. And it's quite graphic. Viewer discretion is advised. And a lot of blood and gore. It would put, Wes Craven to shame, this fight scene. And just as he's fighting his last master, grabs the guy by the throat, rips it out, and he's just dangling, he's just like, and he wants to lick it, but he can't because he's not that gross. So he throws it to the side, and the rain is just pounding on him, and there's thunder and lightning. And then it says to be continued. And that's where we stop at, people. We stop at the to be continued to see where this movie takes us. That's what we're going to see. What happens to Sonny Chiba.